Hello, Fern Creek team, Anique and Madeline. So you submitted your draft, and I'm providing you with some video feedback to try to optimize what little time we have so that you can revise and improve your paper for the final campaign book assignment. Here's your executive summary. I've added some sentences here that you need to complete. And here's a general guide. I think actually if you just complete these sentences, you'll be okay. So why don't we just leave that there like that. And then the situation analysis starts on a new page. I've made some formatting changes and things that you can see. Let's see. When you look at your paper, you'll see the things I've changed. You need citations for quotes. Anytime you have a quote, you have to provide a citation. Where did you find it? And you could even here have a Fern Creek if you use their website, right, for that information. So this part looks pretty good. The market research looks pretty good. Made a few changes here. And then we come to the campaign plan, and here's where you need to really focus your work, right? So it's not our campaign. Let's just say this campaign, both informational and motivational. They include maintaining and transferring, right? By 10%, okay? Objectives of the campaigner to increase the number of attendees at their anniversary event by 10%. Your objectives have to have, so you want to increase by 10%, or you could say maintain at 100% of the level of previous years, and then 100% transfer. And then to increase social media posts, likes, and shares by 20%. Whatever the percentages that you have in your campaign, that's what you want to make sure you provide here in your objectives. The strategies are the anniversary event. That doesn't make sense, okay? The event itself would be a tactic. You could say, this campaign utilizes both social media and event strategies to achieve its goals and objectives. Now you need to talk about messages, themes, channels, and purposes of the event. Okay? You only need about a paragraph here, but you have to complete this. This campaign's tactics are to host Fern Creek anniversary celebration on what date, and on what days and at what times on what channels for the course of the campaign. Okay? So when we write, we don't use the TH, right? On Fern Creek, we'll implement this public relations campaign starting on May 11, 2017, and it will run through September 4th. We say 4th, but that's informal, right? That's speech. Or on September 4, which is Labor Day of 2017. So I don't know what, this is not an abbreviation, and it, apostrophe S, is it is. It's a contraction. And more, what does more mean? So you need to explain on what days over what weeks will every tactic be executed. What day is the event? At what times, on what days, over what weeks, over the course of the campaign, will posts be published on what social media networks, okay? There's going to be a cost for the event, right? In terms of either, okay. I don't know what you need to talk about the cost of the event, and then the man hours required to execute the social media campaign. Your measurement criteria and evaluation plan are your objectives. So you say have to go back to your objectives and say, so how long is your campaign run? So it runs May to June, July, August, September, 4 months. So what are the objectives in terms of the number of attendees at the event? How will that objective be used as a key performance indicator or a benchmark to determine whether or not the event was a success? How will the number of attendees be counted? And what is the goal and the objective for the number of attendees? The same with what is the goal and objective for social media post shares? And if you're trying to achieve a 20% increase over the course of the campaign, what percent increase do you need to achieve each month over the course of the campaign? On what specific platforms? And in terms of how are you counting it? Are you counting comments, likes, shares, follows? You need to really elaborate here on what evaluation criteria will be used, and they should come from your objectives. So your campaign plan needs a lot of work. But the beginning looks fine. Your bibliography, clearly this is not APA, and you need to make sure to include the websites and social media pages referenced in the paper. Okay? Especially if you look at other schools. But if you talk about a website or a social media page in your paper, you need to provide an entry here in your bibliography. And then just 2 campaign items you need. A flyer for the event maybe, right? And then an example of some social media posts. And there would provide you with your 2 campaign items. Since there's only 2 of you on the team, 2 is enough, okay? So let me know if you have any questions and work